Hello, the internet, and welcome back to the live stream. It is Thursday, the 9th of July, 2020. Today, we are going to be unboxing the Mac Mini 2020 edition, the Mac Mini. Now, what's the Mac Mini for? Well, it's going to be used right here on the live streams. We're going to use it specifically for interviews. I understand that if you're going to run a stream, you theoretically should have a separate streaming computer for everything, and everything else should be done on another computer. I knew that from way back, but something that I never thought. I always thought if you had a powerful enough computer, you could do everything on the one. Now, from my experience with CreatorCast and trying to bring in an audience or bring in an interview guest, we had a lot of tech issues, a lot of bottlenecks, and I figured if we could do that on a separate machine, and that's what the Mac Mini's for. But I want to alert you to July. This is a process that I'm running for the whole month of July. I saw a couple of comments in the Discord confused as to why the stream was a little shorter than yesterday. The day before. That's because we're now doing just whatever we want. We're not doing the minute longer streams. That thing's gone. If you're not sure why, go and watch yesterday's stream. The one where I said I'm tired of fighting with YouTube. We got a new process here in place. You saw a new intro. It's going to be a new outro, and basically we're doing things a little differently here on the stream. But July, this is a process created by Mr. Danny Black, or the Danny Black as he likes to call himself. I don't want to take credit here. This is not my concept. The idea was born by Danny. It's a process where you go live every single day for the month of July here on YouTube. Now, I already do a live daily on DLive, but I'm doing it here on YouTube as well, just for the month of July. If you want to go and give props to Danny Black, his channel is in the chat right now. If you want to go and give him the props there. When you get there, you can say, feel the gives love. Let him know. Let him know where you came from. Folks, that's what we're going to do on the stream today, and I will open it up for you. If you want to talk about anything else, we will do whatever you feel like. I want this to be the two-way street. It's not just about me, it's about you guys as well. But if you're specifically here for the Mac Mini, we're going to get into that in a little while. We always like to say hello and cruise in nice and casual. And usually we run a clip, and then when we come back from that clip, we'll get into the content. But the Mac Mini is here, and we are going to be unboxing this, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about how that works in my content here on YouTube. Possibly in about 25 minutes, if you're specifically looking for that content. If you're here on the rerun and that's what you're after, maybe jump forward to about 25. In the chat, hello the internet, I began the chat. And then Mindy says, hey Benon, hey, any news on the lockdown in Victoria? There is a lot of news to cover for that, but we are, as planned, we're going to dedicate tomorrow's stream. We said we'd come back on the 10th of July, which would make it 5 days from the lockdown starting. What Mindy's referring to and what I'm referring to is the mandatory forced lockdown of a bunch of community housing towers in Victoria that have a fair amount of COVID-19 in them. We're going to touch on that tomorrow on the stream. So if you want to learn a little about what's going on there, border closures in Australia, mandatory lockdowns, and now apparently the whole of Melbourne CBD, also Melbourne metropolitan area in lockdown. So a lot to talk about, but again, not what we're going to discuss here on this stream. These streams, they're going to be more, I guess more specific, more tailored, I suppose. And this one is about the MacBook, the Mac Mini unboxing. Even though I do have a comment I want to share with you from someone I regarded quite highly, and I'll get to that in a moment, but there is a comment that came through overnight, and I want to run it by you and see what you think. On my YouTube channel, I'm a little concerned about it, but I'll run that by you in a moment. I want to get through the chat here. Mindy then said, yes, COVID numbers are escalating exponentially where she's at in Missouri. I heard that as well. I heard it's people don't want to call it wave 2, but this is basically wave 2 in full effect. Wave 2 of COVID-19. It's not just Australia that's getting smashed. It's other places, states, Missouri. It's all popping off again. And here we are, 2020. We're now on the other side of halfway through this year. We're in 9 days into July, and we are still as bad as it was at the beginning. Here in Australia, we got smashed at the beginning of this year with the bushfires, the forest fires, then COVID-19. Been a bit of a shit show, if I'm being honest. Then Aero Gamer is up in the chit chat. Aero Gamer, hello, good. Hey Mindy, and g'day Benon, g'day Aero. How do you do, man? Good to see you. TKK up there in the Shire. Morning Gibbs, morning chat. Hello TKK, how do you do? I'm in Victoria, this is Aero Gamer speaking, and we have just started another 6 weeks of lockdown. Work, shopping, exercise, and caring. There's 4 exemptions, and we'll touch... I'll talk about it because you want to talk about it. I see the chat talking about it. There are 4 exemptions, as Aero Gamer alerted to. You can go to work, you can go shopping, you can go exercise, and you can care are the only 4 exceptions. Otherwise, you are to remain in your house. Wow. Chiron, hello Chiron, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, good to have you, good to know you. The Racing Gamer, how the hell are there 2 likes and 3 dislikes? Haters have noticed or something. Hey, Racing Gamer, we touch on this nearly every time, but there's people that hate watch my content. There's people that are subscribed to my content just to come in and hate. I mean, I wouldn't waste my time, but they do. So I don't even see it, dude. I don't even have it open. How many? Let me go and have a look. How many dislikes are there if I go to YouTube? Do I even want to see this? I mean, I know there's going to be at least 3, right? I got to go to Gibbs a minute. It's pretty funny. I mean, would you waste your time? Here we go, live. Yeah, there's 3. I wouldn't waste my time. Hey, keep it down over there. Gibbs a minute. Keep it down. I would not waste my time with that shit. But the internet's full of tools, and I tell you what, we're going to see a good example of that coming up on this comment. I want to run by you. We're going to see a pretty clear example of that, and maybe how I got things wrong about this person. But we'll get to that in a moment. Mindy's channel, hey Racing, hi Mindy. Charlotte Rose in the chit chat. Hope you're feeling better this morning, Charlotte Rose. Any further updates to your news? Now, I don't want to break that here in the chat, but Charlotte Rose, if you want to break that and you want to explain that, I know we did it on D Live, but maybe you'd feel differently here. It's up to you, but I'll chat about it with you if you want. Benny, good morning. Ben on in chat. G'day, Benny. I haven't given anyone cheerses because my glass is freezing. It's a cold morning here in Australia, folks. Like last night we got down to 7 degrees here and I slept with socks on. Yep. I never do the socks, but I did last night. It was cold, cold, cold. I dreamt about ants. I dreamt about big bull ants. Never go off your path to step on an ant. Benny Crawford, hey Charlotte Rose, hey Arrow, Benny, hey the Racing Gamer, hey Benny and Racing, good morning, good, and there you go, night for me, it's past 7 p.m. where I am. There you go, folks. So that is the chat, and I'll put the chat on screen so we can all follow along. Faf in the house, g'day Faf, how do you do? Good to see you. Still the same, he has not been found yet. Okay, so what Charlotte's referring to is the situation she finds herself involved in. A long-term friend back in the States snapped and went on a rampage, killed a 5-month-old child that he had to his wife, and severely injured the wife. And now he's on the run from the cops. He has been last 24 hours. So, is that Faffy Day? Faf? I'm assuming Faffy Day. Faffy Day. I'm assuming that's Faffy Day. It might not be. It could be someone else. Folks, what I want to show you here, I want to show you a comment that came through last night, and I want to ask for your advice. Comment looks like this. It's from a channel called Trevor's Skincare Provider. It says, Benton, that's that to begin with, Benton, buying expensive equipment won't grow your channel. I know that. For real, man. Change up the content. Yeah, we have been. I was going to troll, but now I just want to help. I'll get to that in a moment. Work on your content. Okay. Do you watch my content? Have you seen the work I've been doing on it? But anyway, buying all this stuff, talking about the tech side of streaming 24/7 on both DLive and YouTube is a turnoff. Well, at that point, I'd beg to differ, and I don't do that 24/7, but there are a lot of tech channels that go a lot more viral than what I do. But anyway, this is socks, by the way. So this is either lolly socks, which I highly doubt, or it's sock plays. For example, the cap game, no one knows your index of music. Now, if you watch the cap game, you will know that there is no index of music. It's all music. And I don't know how clear I got to be about that, but we go from Meshuggah to Mozart, from Metallica to Madonna. We go from Owen to Opeth, and I don't have to explain that, but anyway, It's too niche. I think he meant accept. It's too niche. This guy can't communicate here. It's too niche, except for you and like the 3 mods. So what he's saying is it's too the music's too niche. Again, if you watched the cap game, you'd know that that's not true. And the 3 mods. Best of luck for you, man. Thanks for playing my links to give it some diversity. Now we take links all the time. It's not like I just chose your links to diversify the content on DLive, dude. So I'm not so sure what to do about this, but I want to ask your advice. He clearly identified himself as sock plays. He also said, I was going to troll you, but now I want to help. So that tells me that that person is a troll normally. So the way we deal with trolls, we ban them, right? I highly doubt that is the real sock plays. Charlie Rose, okay. I mean, that's true. That's true. I guess we just have to ask, right? That's why I'm asking here. I haven't done anything yet. I replied with, wait, is this sock plays? Question mark. And I just left it at that because I wanted to bring it here to you guys to sort of say, okay, well, if that is sock plays, do we just block them and move on? I don't want to waste my time with a troll. And they've clearly got the wrong, like the concept that they've got here of my content is completely wrong, right? Completely wrong, like totally and utterly wrong. I never said buying expensive equipment would help the channel grow. I've never once said that. I've said I want to do things differently here that's going to make this channel more interesting and more exciting. And to do that, I've got to do some things. I never said I've got to wait till I can buy new equipment and pay more and buy more expensive equipment to be able to grow the channel. I've said that I want to do certain things, and to do those certain things, I have to use different equipment. Trolls get banned. Yeah, and that's how I feel, Racing Gamer. That's how I feel. Charlotte Rose, what would lead you to that conclusion that it's not the real sock plays? Because he called out a couple of things, right? And he said that I've been playing his links. So I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. I want to ask you guys. Ban him. That's what I was leaning towards. I went over to his DLive and I just thought I'd check and like. You know, I think sometimes it's important to go across and just confirm who people are. Like, if you go to his DLive channel here, sock plays. Again, you're dealing with it with nobody here. Like, I can't go and see anything about the guy. There's nothing in the about section. There's no videos. There's no replays. He doesn't stream. There's no highlight. There's nothing on the guy. So at that point, I'm just like, well, I'm being truthful to my audience. You told me you were going to troll me, so you are a troll, and I got no time for trolls. I just don't want to waste my time here. I got my content to deliver. All the things you called out on my channel are incorrect. If you watch the content closer, you'd know that that's not right, but yeah. What do you think up in the chat? Trolls get banned? Hi, Jeff. Jeffrey's in the house. Happy Canadian. Hello, Happy Canadian. How do you do, man? Charlotte Rose, sock plays is pretty regular and he don't share many links. I think it's someone else using a name they'd seen in the chat. I mean, that's true. It definitely could be. It could be. The channel that links to was a channel called, what was it called again? Trevor's Skincare Provider. And it's a troll account, right? If I go over here, Trevor's Skincare. I don't even know if I can find this. It won't even come up, will it? It won't even come up there, folks. I'm here I am again, I guess, just wasting my time trying to work this shit out. But at the point that, so I have to ask, right? I've asked the comment underneath the comment. Wait, is this sock plays? And then I'm gonna ask sock plays, dude. Are you trolling me? Is that the point? Like, but then again. He's pretty regular, but I gotta tell you, Charlotte Rose, the content that he's been posting in the chat has been a little bit dubious. For the last, say, maybe 4 or 5... Maybe not exactly the last 4 or 5 streams, but for the last 4 or 5 times I've seen sock plays, he's definitely put some more forceful, if you like, commentary in the chat, like trying to like trying to dissect or push me into a discussion. And a lot of it's been about DLive. I'm not going to lie. A lot of it's been about DLive, like back end stuff, like people getting banned and people not getting banned. And I'm like, we're not talking about that. We can talk about that, but we're not at the time. But he'll put that in, and I've noticed that a few times with sock plays. It could be, but would the guy really go to that length? I mean, we've seen it. We've seen it here a lot, Faffy Day. People sit and watch my content just to hate. So making a fake channel, Trevor's skincare provider, to drop a comment is pretty much along the lines of what these tools would do, right? I reckon just move on. Chirin? Yeah, I reckon you're right. I was just watching your previous live stream where you showed your dad's belongings. It was amazing. Thank you, Jeffrey. Cheers, man. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. It's funny, that comment that Sock Plays left was to change up the content, and it's like, dude, have you not watched any of the content? Like, how much change has come in the last little while on this channel? And how much is more coming that I've been preempting? The daily vlog ending, the changes to the content. It's like, it's almost like it's got to be trolling, right? It's got to be. Got to be trolling. How you doing, Jeff? Says Charlotte. Racing Gamer, RIP. I have to go now. I'm getting out of work. No worries, Racing Gamer. Have a good day or good evening for you after you finish work, after you leave. Yeah, I don't know, folks. I don't know. That's where we're at. Do you want to read it one more time, or is that clear? It says Benton. See that I think that's a bit of a jab at me, right? They know that that's not my name, Benton. Buying expensive equipment won't grow your channel. We all know that. For real, man. Change up the content. Yeah. I was going to troll. This is the part, right? I was going to troll, but now I want to help. It's like, you know what, man? I don't think I need your help. I don't think I want your help. Work on your content. You know what, man? Did you not watch A Wave a Day? Did you not listen to all the changes we made to that content? Get your hand off it. Buying all this stuff and talking about the tech side of streaming 24/7, I don't do that. On both DLive and YouTube is a turnoff. No one's forcing you to be there. This is Socks, by the way. There you go. For example, the cap game. No one knows your index of music. Again, no index of music. It's random. It's all music. It's too niche, except for you and the 3 mods. Best of luck for you, man. Thanks for playing my links to get more diversity. Cheers. I mean, I feel like that's a troll. I feel like that's a troll. Benny says, glad the results of your ribs x-ray were okay. Try using a 2mm wet shirt under your steamer as a suggestion to remedy the issue. So that'd make a 5mm. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy, there's a Quicksilver padded vest that you wear underneath the wetty. I'm going to buy that, but that won't help me in the summer. But I will buy it because I just don't have good ribs, I suppose. If this is going to be something that plagues me from here on in, then I've got to take precautionary measures, and a padded vest will certainly help at that point. But if you're not sure what Benny's talking about, I did go to the hospital yesterday and got an x-ray, spent the whole day in the hospital trying to get that sorted, and came back with the results. Nothing wrong with your ribs, you big fat wuss. She didn't say that, but that's kind of the message was delivered. You've got nothing wrong with your ribs. There's no crack, there's no fracture, there's been no trauma, there's nothing. And I was like, well, what's that lump? Well, that could have been there forever for all you know. So you've got an impact. This is not what the doctor said, but I think I've got a long, what do they call it? An RSI, a repeated strain injury or repetitive strain injury, long-term development. Surfing every single day for 3 hours was just exaggerating that injury. You can get a short john wetsuit for summer and use the wet shirt under that. A short john? You mean like a springy? Yeah, for sure. I know I can grab a springy from Arzen. Yeah, I don't want to wear a wetsuit in the summer though. I love wearing board shorts. You know, like again, look, we're lucky enough in Australia to be able to surf in board shorts in the summer, and I really enjoy just rocking a pair of boardies. But if this is the thing that's going to happen, I've got to take precautionary measures and change it up. Folks, let's get into the unboxing. Before we get there, I'm going to run my promo again for my Armageddon. This is my album. If you haven't heard the album, you don't know what I'm talking about. This video will explain everything.
Welcome back to the, no, not a slightly random daily song at all. This is not slightly random, and this is not a song. This is a video to explain to you the Armageddon and how you can get your own copy of the Armageddon. Now, what's the Armageddon? It's my latest release. You know, I've been talking about the music I make under the moniker of That's Well, we've been discussing the latest recording. It's been taking place for the last little while. I'm happy to announce that today is release day, July 1, 2020. Why have I chosen the date July 1st for the release here? No reason except that everything kind of moved towards that being the end point of the recording process. And I figured for the whole month of July, I could promote this album, getting it into your hands. I want to give it to you for free. That's the thing. I want to give you the album for free. So as of today, and right through the whole month of July, there will be a link that I'll make clear to you either in the description here or in the chat. This is the link for you to go to and to nab the album for free, completely for free. You can download those MP3s and go to town. But the reason I want to talk to you more in detail about that is because I also want you to be able to get your hands on a hard copy if you want it. Now, you may not want this. You may just want the songs, and that's cool. But if you do want a hard copy of the album, you're gonna have to buy it, and it's not like you're buying it off a shelf. I'm only gonna print the amount that people order. So from July 1, let's say through to July 30, right? That's the whole month. That's the order process. So if you put your order in anytime in July, that means you are getting a hard copy of the album, but it hasn't been made yet. At the end of July, I will snap that process off, and if you've ordered, we'll go on and get those printed, and then I'll ship them to you. Now, the cost will be very, very negligible. I'm not looking to make money here. I'm not a musician. I'm a live streamer. I create content. I enjoy making music, but that's not the point of this. The point of it is to have a bit of a laugh. The only reason I want to do the hard copy is because last time with the second umming, so many people wanted a hard copy, and I only had 20 made. So this time, I'm not making them until I know how many are wanted. So if you do want to nab a hard copy, go to that link, do all the things there. While you're there, grab the download. This here is not the album. This is mocked artwork. This is the cover of the album, but that is not the actual album. On the album, there are a bunch of songs.
There was a time when I tried to explain. It was very blunt, but on the right track. I smoked him hard after a bottle of Jack. And what I said I would never take back. But he took it the way that a schoolboy would.
Without going too deep into the details, I recorded everything. Guitars, bass, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, vocals. Now, you know Duncan, Buzz Kingo. On certain tracks, he came down here and helped out, added his little bit to it as well. That's all listed on the liner notes in the artwork. Another reason why you'd want to get a hard copy. Having Duncan down here to help out with the music was so rad. It was so much fun. But he's not the only guest to appear on the album. Out here in the ocean, one day I was surfing with a South African guy who was holidaying in the next door house. And after a bit of chit-chatting, we got hanging out, and he kind of said, "Oh, just curiously, do you happen to have an instrument? I mean, I've been missing the guitar. I play a bit of guitar." He came in, we had a jam, we wrote a song. It's on the album. That all came from surfing right here, just random surfing with a stranger.
It's Lucan, dream. Today we're gonna feel like never before. Number 3, tomorrow the same.
Also featured on the album is the handiwork of Lachlan Sheehan. Now, Lachlan is the sound engineer with Tracer. He did a beautiful, beautiful job at polishing a turd. He didn't just polish a turd, he rubbed that thing until it shone like Jupiter in all of its glory. Does Jupiter shine? I don't know, but whatever Lachlan did, he made this stuff way better than what it was. Lockie, dude, thank you so much, man. Go and have a listen to this and tell me this doesn't sound audibly, sonically insane. Lockie, yeah! There's also a few cover songs in here. Now, you guys wanted me to do 4 Non-Blondes, so I did that. That's in there.
Sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out, what's in my head, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the
There's also a Pink Floyd cover. There's also an Omnis cover, right? I covered one of my own songs. And the rest of that stuff is brand new material for you to enjoy. But that's not all. You know me and music. My favorite band is Ween. I love the band Ween. And so to make this release even more special, I recorded 20 covers of Ween songs, and it's on this album here. The point of me showing you that is, that's also for you as part of this package. When you download the album, The Armageddon, you get this as a bonus free disc. And if you order a hard copy of The Armageddon, you also get a hard copy of 10 more songs by Ween.
I don't know where you're coming from, but I wish you'd go away. And I don't know where you get your money from, but I wish I didn't have to be the one to pay, and I'm not sure how to say.
I've chosen to call it 10 more songs by Ween, but put 20 songs on there to be a little bit silly. But anyway, that's there for you as well. And I'll also throw in some Gives a Minute stickers for those hard copy orders. If you order a hard copy, you'll get some stickers. You'll get 3 things. You'll get the Armageddon, you'll get 10 more songs by Ween, you get a bunch of Gives a Minute stickers. I might even write a handwritten note on there for you as well. But you have to do it between now, July 1, and July 30. After July 30, there will be no more orders. Whatever it is, the number that we have, the amount, is what we go on order. There'll be about a month delay between when they get manufactured and when I can ship them to you. So if you order any time between now and the end of July, I would expect you to receive your copy of the Armageddon in September. That'd be the earliest. I'd say August will be the production, then there'll be the mail out. I reckon September you'd get it. That's why there's the download link to grab the music right now if you want it. Don't come to me after July and say, I want the album, man. You won't be able to get it. You'll have to go to Spotify's and Apple Music and all that place to buy it. This is the 1 month of opportunity. It's July, the opportunity month. Is that enough promo? I don't know about doing promo for my own music. There it is. I promoted my own music. Now look, while I sit down and take a listen to both The Armageddon and 10 more songs by Ween, you guys can go back to the live stream. This is not a Slightly Random Daily song. Just go back to the live stream. I'll see you there.
Oh, shit. Sorry, folks. You caught me. Just got myself a knife here for the unboxing. I was going to say the unboxing of the Mac Mini. I noticed it's kind of a little bit feeling so good down there. Anyway, that's the Armageddon, folks. If you didn't grab yourself a copy, I'm going to put it again in the chit chat. There's the link in the chat for you to download your own copy of the Armageddon right now for free for the month of July. It's there for you. David in the house. G'day, David. How you going, man? All the way from Ireland town. How's it up there in the Irish? How's it up there in Ireland, my friend? It's a little early in the morning for me to be speaking. I can't quite fathom the words. Is the Mac out of the box already? No, it's not. Here it is, folks. This is the Mac Mini. This is what I'm going to use as a separate computer for interviews. So we're going to move into interview content here on DLive, on YouTube and DLive. I need to change my content, right? That's the message I'm hearing. Crikey. Had you not been listening, trolls? Let me just do this little slice here and we'll get this sucker out. Just in time, yeah. Thanks for swinging in, David. Cheers. Good to see you, buddy. Don't need that any longer. Let's have a look at this sucker. By the way, I've never actually seen a Mac Mini, so this is going to be new for me. I guess it's one of these push-out boxes. Yeah, there you go. Push the sucker out. Pretty cool. Okay, it's got a little tag here. I guess I just pop the tag. So if you're wondering the size of this, it's like a Apple TV with a little more, right? It's actually quite a lot more. And this guy, it's what they call headless. So it literally has nothing. This is the entire thing, right? This is the entire computer. So you need a mouse and a keyboard and a monitor. But the thing is, I'm not going to be using this as a conventional computer. It's going to be in the back of my desk in my new shelving system. And I've got, it's not here yet, I've got a HDMI splitter, which will mean I can press a button on my desk and that will trigger the HDMI signal to come from here onto the monitor so I can then see what's going on. Otherwise, this thing's going to sit on its own without a monitor and I'm going to trigger it via the Stream Deck. And I won't even need to see it. All I need the monitor for is to set that shizzle up, and then I don't need to see it, right? As long as it's there. So you can hear some. Is there something playing in the background here? You know what that is? My iPad, my phone was up by about 12%, and I was like, I can hear myself talking. So that's what this is for. Now, this does have it's a strange little, that's pretty sexy. This does have a series of outputs that I'm going to be able to use. Now, I want to talk about what I'm going to use these for. So on the back here, we've got 4 Thunderbolt ports. We've got an HDMI out, which would be this one here. Very difficult to see in this light. We've got HDMI out, 4 Thunderbolts along here. Got Ethernet, 10 gigabit Ethernet. We've got, this would be the heatsink. What's this? This would be power over here. And there's also a 2 USB in, which is really handy because this thing doesn't have a microphone. Now, I'm going to use this, as I said, for interviews. So I'm going to need to have a microphone. Now, I used to use a secondary microphone for my Hey Siri. Didn't trigger. That's interesting. I used to use a secondary... Keep it... No, keep it down. I used to use a secondary microphone for that, a secondary USB microphone for that setup, but what I've done is I've removed that from the stream setup. That's going to be one of the USB ports here to add the feature of a microphone so that when I'm talking here, basically this microphone is going to split into 2 microphone inputs and the person on the secondary computer is going to hear the same thing from this mic into their OBS, because I'm going to be running OBS on this and patching it into this OBS. So a little bit of tech to work on, but it's going to be a little bit of a process, but I need to be able to have a secondary source coming into OBS. So right now I would be talking to you, and then when I say, okay, we got a guest on the line, I would press a Stream Deck button, and it would change the scene layout to facilitate a monitor behind me with the guest on it, and then we can just use the Stream Deck for the Mac Mini. I've got a Stream Deck to control this to trigger the scenes on the monitor, on the interview. And then when I'm done with the interview, hey, thanks very much for swinging by, man. I really appreciate you being on the channel. Back to my regular Stream Deck and bring this scene back in. That's the point of having a secondary machine for that. It takes a lot of the a lot of the processing power away from your streaming computer. A lot of gamers do this, like gamers that exclusively do gaming content. They will have literally a gaming machine. This could be, think of this as like a PlayStation or something. This could be a PlayStation away from their computer, and they're sending, like, this is doing all the hard work, all the hard lifting, and they send that signal into their OBS on their streaming computer. So this is essentially going to be my streaming computer. This is going to be my gaming computer, if you like. I won't use this for gaming, let me tell you, because I'm not a gamer, and Apple machines do not do gaming. But there shouldn't be anything else in this box. There'll be a power cable, probably a Thunderbolt cable as well or something. Yeah, it just comes with a power cable. I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, there's a cable down here. No, there's not. That's it. There's nothing else in this box. The little designed in California, manufactured by Apple, blah, blah, blah. But that's all there is. So I've already gone ahead and bought myself a mouse and a keyboard for it. And I'm happy just to spend the next, say... Actually, I'm waiting on the television to arrive. I've got I've got a cheap 4K. Actually, it's not even 4K. I've got a cheap 1080p television that's going to be the monitor for behind. That's coming as well. That should be arriving today. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time sort of tweaking it and setting it up. And then I'd like to have a guest as a test, right? Like, we'll do a test stream where it's like, okay, who wants to be the first guest test? The first guest test? We'll do a guest test on the Gives a Minute YouTube stream, and we'll do a funky interview where we can chat, and I can do some test out, like some testing of the scenes and whatnot. And then when we're happy with how that all rolls, we'll actually go ahead and get, like, you know, you guys said you should interview Chris Bamman. I'd definitely love to have Chris Bamman. I got an idea. I want to get I want to ask Charles Marlowe. Now, you might remember him as the vegan cheater. He's gone through a very, very big change in his content. He's now I guess he's like a news channel, a news source. And I got to be honest, I've dropped off a lot of watching his content. He became very political and very opinionated, and I kind of lost interest. But I think his story would be interesting. He was homeless for a while, and he was still streaming from a vehicle. So there's that kind of connection to me with the streaming from Stevan. So I want to interview him. I got another couple of people that people were asking me that I should have on. I'd love to have Mafugal News. I'd love to have Building the Realm. I'd love to have even Millsy. Millsy's been barking at me to try to get on as well. Love to have Millsy on. So basically, once that's in place, it'll be a case of, okay, we'll do an interview tomorrow, and I'll line it up. And then again, and this is the beauty of the way that this channel's changed, because that might mean that this stream, instead of being at 9 a.m., is at 8 p.m. because it's got to suit the guest, right? I got to be flexible to the guest. Pretty cool. That's very slick. Yeah, it's a nice machine, isn't it? It's kind of it's like an Apple TV is about that big. This is about, I guess, about 1.5 times the size of the Apple TV, and a bit thicker as well. Aerogamer asked me, is Wonderful Tonight by Ween a cover from Clapton? Yes, it is. It's the Eric Clapton song done by Ween. It's very, very demented. So I covered it in the Ween style, not the Clapton style. The Clapton style is a little bit more up and do. Had it do. It's late in the evening. She's wondering what clothes to wear. And the Ween version is, it's late in the evening, and it just drones through, and it's got this. It's really demented, really demented. I had a lot of fun playing that, actually. But that's on the album too. Tim's in the house. G'day, Tim. Hi, Mindy. Hi, Arrow. Hi, Jeff. Hey, Benny. Hey, David. Hey, Faf, Jelly, D, Bannon, and Charlotte Rose. Happy Canadian. Hello, Tim. Thanks again for coming in on my live stream today. You did a stream this morning. Did you? Happy Canadian? Well, rad, dude. How did you go? Did you do a D live or a YouTube stream? Tim had to cut it short. I mean, I guess. Do you know what, Jeff? Did you do a YouTube or a D live? Should we check it out? Can we check out your stream, man? You want to give a little bit of promo here? We got the flexibility here to give promo and to give, be a little bit more diverse here on the channel. Tim says it was great seeing the girls in the background of the stream. Yeah, cool. If anyone's got any promo they want to promote, by all means, go ahead and promote yourself in the chat now. I'm happy to be able to do this, like to promote whatever the content is. THC, was the stream on DLive or YouTube? Yeah, that's what I was just asking. I don't think he's here right now. Maybe he bumped out. I could go and check his DLive channel, I suppose. I could even check out the YouTube channel. Let's go to youtube.com. The Happy Canadian. It's probably on the YouTube, right? It was our YouTube stream. There you go. Here we go. Let's have a look. Doing the dishes with Jeff. Streamed 4 days ago.
Hey, how's it going?
That can't be it. 4 days ago? I thought it was just this morning. Thanks for coming into my stream today. So the last one was 4 days ago. Is this it? Is this it, Jeff? Or is this a different one? Can't be this one. That was 4 days ago. Unless you didn't save it or it's not there yet. We got a link to your DLive here. I mean, it's not on the homepage. I guess we'll check this one anyway. Jeffrey.
All right, we're live here. What's up, everyone? Jeff the Happy Canadian, doing a new segment that I just thought about recently the other day. Actually,
Oh, it's not online yet.
the segment is called "Doing the Dishes with Jeff." So I'm in my kitchen. I've got my nice chair behind me.
So hang on, Jeff. So you streamed it. Oh, you probably edit it. Do you trim it? That gets rid of the chat, though, doesn't it? That gets rid of the chat.
And I've got my sink full of hot water, and I've got my rag here.
It says it's still processing. Interesting.
Got some bread behind me, some chocolate turnovers, and some nice buns.
Chocolate
from,
turnovers sounds good, man.
Cobb's Bakery.
Go full screen again.
Kitty Mama is talking to.
Doing the dishes with Jeff.
Having a conversation, and yeah, Abigail and Emily are talking with Grandma.
Cat needs wet food.
Kitty Cat, Mercedes.
Was that cat
Mercedes
food?
is the only one that
Shit.
eats the wet food here. So, hey, what's going on, Aaron? Welcome. First time I've done a live stream in forever since I've done.
Hey, Jeff, are you hanging out for the baseball to start?
Doing a live stream while I'm doing dishes or doing cleaning or something.
What baseball team is that on your cap?
I'm not looking at the camera. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see the chat as much, but I'm doing very well. Aaron, how are you, my friend? It's always nice to see your comments.
How fun is a
on my
live stream,
videos.
Jeff? Good fun, isn't it?
Always nice to read them. Hope you had a great week, and hope you're having a relaxing weekend. I know it's the weekend right now. It's Friday. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, guys, lots been going on.
Hey, folks, we've got no purple rain on this stream, have we? There's been no purple rain. I'm gonna try something on my DLive stream tonight. I'm gonna change my settings to match my YouTube output settings. I think that the purple rain is something I've done inside OBS, and obviously, I mean, so we've done a 46-minute stream here with no purple rain, and yet on DLive, the same stream using the same internet, but with a couple of different changes in OBS gives purple rain. Oh, interesting. Has anybody seen any purple rain yet? I don't think it's happened, has it?
Still off work. I could have gone back, but I've been dealing with a lot of health issues right now with myself. There's also mental health issues. You guys know, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know I deal with anxiety and depression. I'm on medication currently still for it.
You must be feeling pretty home.
Dealing right
What's
now
the
with
what's
a lot of pain.
not claustrophobic? What's that word when you're constantly in the same space, not in a tight space, but just not housebound. What's that word? There's a term where you're sort of feeling like the walls are coming in on you because you physically can't leave.
In my hands.
No purple rain, Mindy. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to change up my output settings tonight. I'll mimic what we're doing here.
Get some blood work done for the doctor.
Hey Jeff, what are these rolls behind you, dude? These ones here. They look tasty, man. Looks like a focaccia or a Turkish roll or something.
I to be honest, I haven't been really taking care of myself as much as I should be.
Oh, you've been letting your health go.
I've got a bike.
Gotta fly, folks. Have a great day or evening. No worries, Benny. Thanks, man. Cheers, buddy.
To use it, I bought necessities for it, so I could, I have a mirror now. I have a holder that works for my phone, so I could do that. I have a helmet coming. I had to order one on Amazon because I couldn't find one in any of the stores here. So I got one coming.
They're dinner rolls.
But yeah, I have all these plans of things I want to do, and it's just things aren't going all that great right now.
Hey Jeff, good camera interaction here, dude.
I think it's carpal tunnel, or like severe nerve. It's something. It's definitely something because my hands like have been fine for 1 minute, and then instantly they go numb, they tingle, they're painful. It hurts to put them in a fist.
Oh shit!
It just hurts to do anything. And because of COVID, I had an appointment at the hospital back in May that I was supposed to go and get a test done on them, and that got canceled because of COVID. So they were supposed to reschedule. But now that things are slowly opening up here in Ontario, things are starting to slowly open up and return to open. I'm hoping to get another appointment to see the hospital and get this test done on my hands, find out exactly what's going on, if it is actually carpal tunnel. The doctors think it is.
What you said? You think it's carpal tunnel?
No, you don't go outside. Go in the living room. This is what it's like every day. Go in the living room. It's freaking like 40 degrees out today, and they want to go outside every day.
It's hot outside.
The best place to be is
damn, I'm jealous.
Where the air conditioning is, because you can't go anywhere else.
Super jealous of the heat, man. Very jealous.
It's constantly bickering.
Foxfather in the house. G'day, Foxfather. How do you do?
Drives me and Kitty Mama.
Look at this hideous. I gotta get a haircut. Gotta get a haircut.
If you have young kids.
Hey, Foxfather.
Especially one that has ADHD. Abigail, you guys know that, right? So it's a bit it's on a whirlwind. So yeah, like I said, I was supposed to go back. I could have gone back. I got asked, but I can't do it. I can't be at work doing my thing and then have my hands go numb and I drop a pan or pick up a box and have the box drop. I just don't feel safe doing it. Plus,
well, your doctor thinks, yeah, interesting. That sucks to hear, man.
Like mental health issues and stuff.
Carpal tunnel. Do you get like a
over the phone appointment?
Does it come up here under your arm as well? Like, I've got a strange thing where sometimes this hand goes numb if I'm kind of leaning on it the wrong way, and it's like a pinch, like a nerve under here or something.
Zombie Slayer Hunter, hello, my friend, welcome.
We can't see your chat, man. I want to see your chat.
Nice to see you in the
there you go.
Stream. I know it's been a long time since I've done any content, like regular content. I know my I just haven't had motivation. That's what it is. I haven't had motivation to do anything. I know the time.
I like it full screen though. I like to see the better picture.
No motivation to do anything.
So you're lacking motivation as well, Happy Canadian.
But, yeah, recently I was just like,
yeah, you do get that in there. It's like if you pinch this, if you like rub this. Sorry, I'm just gonna bump out of that for a second. When I did my elbow, when I dislocated my elbow, I've now got a tendon. Kind of runs. I guess it kind of runs around there from there down across there, and whenever it might even do it now. There it is. It only do it once now. It's a snap, and the tendon kind of can feel it flopping across something, like it flops over something, and when it locks into place, it snaps, and it feels really good. But then after about 3 hours or so of not moving, you'll be able to go and snap it back again. And my doctor, he can put his finger in there and just pinch it, and it'll be like, whoa, and it sends me a shockwave through my body. And that also, he's like pushing in there, and it's pulling my fingers down. And I said I've got this thing where I think if I'm leaning too far forward on my desk, it's almost like that tendon is pulling itself and causing this tingling. And I said carpal tunnel, and he said probably not carpal tunnel, but something to do with your injury, your dislocation. But yours is obviously different to that. But
Doing the vlog, that was a good thing for me when I was.
That's why my D Live is struggling and losing followers.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey Jeff, happy post kid at ADD.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So D Live. Yeah, you got to hit it regular. You got to hit D Live regular. Tim says, Ben, on that nerve problem is solved by surgery, where the nerve is switched from one side of the elbow to the other. You might have to get it done. Really, Tim?
And I'm sorry if I'm not around.
So it will go from here to here. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah,
so
not
much
fun.
stuff has been going on, and that's all.
Yeah, D Live. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a stream. I want to do a stream here on YouTube, where and it won't be tomorrow, and it won't be the next day, because the next day is the 10th stream, a 10th stream where we're opening up a special bottle of Jack. But the next day, maybe we'll do a stream where we talk about D Live, like we could even go through what is D Live, how to get on it, what to do. Almost like a walkthrough for those that are thinking about coming to D Live. That'd be a cool idea, like a process where we actually explain things deeper about D Live. I'm afraid to use my Canon 80D for vlogging because of the lifting it up with. Yeah, I get you, man. Then you'll drop it. Yeah, no, that's understandable, man. Sorry to hear that, Jeffrey. Sorry to hear that.
Lost of family. You know, we've got my dad passed away. I'm still dealing with that. That one's gonna hurt for a lot of time. And then
You've had a rough trot, dude.
Uncle,
Rough trot.
Uncle, sorry. And then my father-in-law. It's just all like basically like a months of each other. And then hit with COVID and being off work, and then having the kids who have been home all the time, trying to do things with them, and it's just been, it's been crazy. I apologize to all of you guys. I apologize to all the happy crew members who have been with me for the longest time, and to those who have just subscribed. Because I've seen there's a couple of people who have subscribed.
Jeff, are you literally doing the dishes right there? Is that what we're hearing in front of you? You're literally washing the dishes? You need to have a camera showing you what you're doing as well somehow. Thanks so much for playing the replay. I know it wasn't the greatest. The one I did was much better. That's okay. We won't watch it all, Jeff. We'll bump out of there at some point. We'll maybe watch, or we're almost halfway through. We'll watch half of it. But like I said earlier, I want to be able to help. Like on this stream, now that we're not succumbing to minute-longer crap and we can do whatever we want, I want to definitely involve you guys. Like if you've got anything that you want to promote, like Jelly Duck, you didn't see this, but yesterday we played your video, your song. So if you've got anything that you want to promote, by all means, we'll help. We'll do what we can. But just from watching that stream, Jeff, you are washing the dishes. If you could somehow get another angle going. I know you're just streaming straight to your phone, so it's kind of difficult to run like a background camera and whatnot. But even if you just like for about five minutes, you put the camera behind you and said, okay, I'm gonna put the camera up there on a shelf and I'm gonna just do the dishes, and every now and then I'll, or even if you just like did the dishes and turned around and went, I'm just doing these. This one's big, this one's a dirty one. I'd be a little while here, and then you just kept doing the dishes. Put your back to the camera briefly, not forever, just briefly, and then you go, all right, come back down here. Just so that you can so that we get a feeling for where you're at. Like, I think the idea of having a scene where we can see where you are, like what vibe you're in, definitely helps set the mood. My latest drone video was awesome when I got the sunrise. Well, we haven't seen that, Jeffrey. Let's go and have a look at that, my friend. Let's go and have a look at the sunrise stream. Early morning flight. Yeah, man. This looks rad. Let's have a look at this. Full screen that sucker. Oh, wait a sec. Wait a sec. Am I going to get dinged for this music? Should I turn the music down? Turn the music off. I don't know what music you've used. I don't want to get dinged. I'll put the background tune back on. A D-Live YouTube would be great. Also, possibly show how you set up OBS with your scenes. Now that would be interesting, TKK, because to do that, I don't actually have a screen set up like that. I was not thinking about the, like when I thought about doing that, I wasn't thinking about the tech side of how to stream to D-Live. I was thinking more about what D-Live is. You know, you create an account, then what? I wasn't thinking about how I use OBS in D-Live because everyone uses different streaming software. People might use Streamlabs OBS, Slobs. People might use Mimo Live. People might use Wirecast. People might use Discord as a streaming platform now. You can do that, right? Streaming software. It's YouTube music. Yeah, even still, man, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play the music. I've seen disaster reports. We don't need the music on here at this point anyway. We can see that. What a beautiful scene, dude. Wow. Looks nice and green too. So this, what lake is this again? You put it, no you didn't. Oh dude, early morning sunrise. That's looking to the east, obviously. So rad, man. Dude. How sick are drones, man? That is beautiful. I want to be there now. TKK, could you do that as a different video? You know what? It probably would be easier as a video because then I could do screen grabs of the setup and I could put me in a picture-in-picture. But as a live feed, it would have to be... Thinking logically, if I did that as a live feed, I'd have to have a secondary camera on my screen, right? And that would just make it a little trickier. But yeah, I can do it as a video, sure. Lake Ontario, beautiful. Let's just pause that for a second, folks, and let's do something here, which is what I like to do. Go to Google Maps so that we know whereabouts on this freaking planet we're looking. For those that don't know. We're looking at Lake Ontario. I spelled that wrong, but that'll get it. There you go. And then we close this down just so that we get a perspective of where we are in the world here, folks. So we're looking east towards this side of the country. Heading east would be the coast here towards Nova Scotia. Heading east would get you further to the North Atlantic Ocean. Heading further east would get you to European, and so forth and so on. I think that's important just to... That's as far as you can go? Does it? I think that's important just to give you a scope of where we're at. But now we know. This was done at 5:40 a.m. Yes. That's 5:40? That's early sunrise, man. Take a swim in that lake in the summer, dude, right now at 40-degree days. Hell yeah, I'd be in that lake. I've seen surfing in that lake, right? When the wind picks up, there's a little bit of swell. So beautiful, man. Yeah, that's beautiful. So the housing stops there and then it got parkland or something? Burlington is next to Hamilton on the map. There you go. So there looks like housing that way to the south, and then to the northeast look more like parklands. Mindy, I recently did a relaxing morning rain video, kind of fun. Do you want to hit that? We'll hit that one next, Mindy, if you want to pop that link in the chat. Some days the swell is rocking. Yeah, I've seen a video of dudes hitting a point there somewhere from wind swell. It's amazing how well the drone holds itself, like stability-wise. Like it can sit in the one spot. You can almost do a time-lapse photography, or you can actually time-lapse photography from a freaking drone, right? That's insanity. Like whenever I've done time lapses, it's always been like, keep that tripod dead still. How can you keep the tripod when it's a drone in the air dead still? You can though, and it obviously it pixel bins and it crops in, but pretty rad. There you go. Mindy's got her link. Cool. Oh, I won't be able to do that there. What am I thinking? I'll grab it like this. I gotcha. Uh-oh. Gimbal roll. That's funny when that happens. Mine does that when I'm in sport mode. It'll be the gimbal will just go loop loop loop. So you got this is the Mavic Air, isn't it, Jeffrey? Not the Mavic Air 2. This is the Mavic Air or the Mavic Pro. The Mavic Mini. I think this is the Mini. I think. It's scary. It's scary how rad it is. Mavic Mini. Okay, cool. Out for those wires. I see them on the right there. Shit. I know you're aware of it. Yeah, pretty rad, man. There he is. Look at you sitting there in a t-shirt and shorts at 5:40 in the morning. Dude, it's so cold here at that point. This morning it was like 8 degrees. I'm jealous of that heat, man. Oh, you land it. You don't actually catch land it? I catch land mine all the time. I launch from the ground, but then I hand grab it out of the air. I don't trust the auto landing stuff. I tried it a couple of times and it fell over a few times. It's like the wind hits the ground and then it wobbles it to the side or something. Mine's a Phantom 4 though, so it's a little different. But you're not comfortable landing it here. Oh. Are you going to grab it? Oh shit, Jeffrey. Like it almost hit you. Let's have a look at Mindy's rain stream morning style. Morning sunrise? No, not a sunrise. This is morning rain stream. Now we won't watch all this. It's 16 minutes long. But this is relaxation style. This is when you were going to put the frogs in. Yeah, this is nice, isn't it? Nice ambience, background style. something so soothing about rain on a tin roof. Very soothing about that. Definitely don't watch all of it. Yeah, I mean, this is what it is, right? Oh, got a sneeze here, folks. I'm gonna really blow the ambience and blow my nose. Gone. Where did that sneeze go? I'll tell you what I will do. Oh, there, you're gonna come in and have a chat. Oh, sit down. Some tinkering around, pottering. Very precise cutting there, Mindy. It's like when you leant in, you just went, take that little bit off. That's pruning, isn't it? Isn't it great to see other different parts of the world where we live? Totally, Arrow. Totally. I mean, just looking at the scene, right? Beautiful. That's the whole point of my streaming from Stevan. I want to show you guys Australia. Got these cables that are going to help me today. I'm going to go in and install these in Stevan today. You trim the plant. Yeah, yeah. I like how you've just come in there on the side and went, I'll take that little bit off. Looked like, I was going to say, Arrow, I was going to say, these plants here, what, these are very Australian, aren't they? We see these in our bush all the time. What are these plants, Mindy? I was going to say that. I feel like I've seen those ferns in Australia. It's a fern, right? That's a fern? I don't know. I don't know plants, but I've definitely seen those before. Maybe we imported them. Maybe they came across somehow. Tim, Arrow, it looks like it could have been filmed in Australia. Arrow, how awesome would it be? Our next would Tim Altona Bloomston. It's a monster, a delicioso. Know that name. Otherwise known as a split leaf. Interesting. A delicia. It's almost like a Mitsubishi Delizia. A monster, a delicio. Well, I think what we can do here, Mindy, this would be a great way to go out with the stream. I'm going to say thank you for a wonderful stream, but what we're going to do is we're going to play your video, not all the way out, but I'm going to play it and then I'm going to fade in my outro piece over the top. But folks, thank you for a wonderful stream. I really enjoy the relaxed approach to these ones now. It seems like a lot's been, it's like almost like a weight's been lifted, right? And we can just do streams that we want to do. So tomorrow we are going to talk about the situation here in Victoria. We're going to give the update. It will have been 5 days since the mandatory lockdown in the towers. We want to look at what's gone on from there. It's going to get a little intense tomorrow, I guess, a little bit more heated, just as the rain comes down even heavier. And we're going to look at the border closures between Victoria and New South Wales. So that's going to be a bit more of an intense stream. I'd like to see you all there and hear your thoughts. People that are in the front line down there, such as Tim and maybe Hendrik might join us. That's the plan tomorrow on the stream. But I can hear my outro music kicking in slightly here. It's going to be a nice, gentle fade in. And I guess I'll see you all tomorrow on the stream. What a great time this is. I I really like this format now. It's a bit more chill, a bit more relaxed, chilled out. When is the live haircut? That'll be in about 5 days when Claudia gets down here. But that's coming for sure. Live haircut. I've no idea when this finishes, so I guess I'll see you next time. I like that. Gentle outro music.